Welcome back to Houston Life. Known for her love of books, Bookstagrammer Jasmine Washington shares her passion on Instagram and raises awareness about important holidays and culture through children's and young adult literary works.
And in honor of Women's History Month, she is back with some of her top reads about female empowerment and celebrating womanhood. Jasmine, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you guys for bringing me back. I'm so excited to be here.
Aside from all the powerful womanhood stuff, you picked a great day. We have a lot of young people in the audience, and it's so important to keep the message of reading just constantly in their minds, right?
Yes, it is. We want to make sure that we maintain that love of reading, because I feel like I remember talking with someone and was like, oh, you want to do more than just teach people to read. You want to have them have a love for reading so that we can continue that throughout our life and continue to be lifelong learners.
Well, and books can teach us so much. I mean, falling in love with reading, I think, is so important because it opens our minds. It helps us think about things in a different way. When you started posting on Instagram, Jasmine, were you surprised at the response that you got? Because clearly you're onto something and there's a need. I mean, people want to learn.
I was truly surprised at like the response I got and the response I've been getting, especially just showing people like different books and then also just showing people kind of like what I do at the library, because I share some of that as well, just to let people know like I'm not just reading books all day, even though I do love to do that. But it's been a wonderful response, not just from, I feel like, community and the Bookstagrammer community, but even from like authors as well, and just getting love from them and seeing their appreciation has really been wonderful.
And do you think because there are so many books available, if you were to ask someone, oh, where would you like to start reading? It's kind of mind-boggling and you don't know where to start. So your help in kind of guiding them with recommendations is very helpful.
It's just trying to provide recommendations. It's just like whenever we have like anyone come in and they're looking for something to read, we're always asking them like, what is it that you enjoy? What stories do you like? Let's start from there. And then we can kind of navigate and kind of do a little bit of research and we can find a book that's for you. Because it's not that people hate to read, it's just that they haven't found something to read.
As many of our students, Jasmine, have been out of school this week for spring break, hopefully they've been picking up books. Let's talk about the summer reading program, because this is a time when young people are not necessarily in the classroom, but that continued education is really important.
It is very important. So that is something I'm doing right now at my library, is that I'm getting ready for summer reading. It's definitely a time of fun and enjoyment, and we definitely want to bring that love of reading to the library. We also, not just with reading, we also have different programs and things that are going on, and these are of no cost to you like at all. So I definitely want people to go out to your local libraries and check out what they're doing for summer reading. We're putting this all on for you guys because we just want you to have a fun summer while you're away from school.
Yeah, picking up that book while they're out of school, I feel like makes all the difference when they go back into the class.
It does. It definitely helps with that, what they've considered like a summer slump, so to speak.
Keeping those minds primed. All right, let's chat about some of the titles you brought with you today. Jasmine, starting with this first one.
Yes, so the first one, it's called Jovita Wears Pants. This is one I just read recently. It's also on a Bluebonnet book list, which is a very prestigious children's literary list. It goes through and it tells the tale of this freedom fighter who I had never heard about. A young girl at a young age, she's a tomboy. She's very kind of rough and tumble, always playing around with her brothers. Her abuela forces her into skirts, but she always tucks it in and puts it in her bloomers. And this is how she learns like the landscape and plays with her brothers. Her father and brother, they go off to war because they're fighting for religious freedom. It seems like the war has calmed down, but the government is still holding a grudge. And so they come back and they actually, they kill her brother and father. And so this ignites something in her to where she cuts off her hair, she puts on a cotton shirt and overalls, a little like straw hat, and she leads this peasant army against the government. And I think it's just a wonderful and beautiful story of, I think, a girl not going along with the expectations set before her, and her just rising to the occasion and fighting for what she believes is right. The artwork and the illustrative work in here is simply beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great. That sounds like a great story. What about this one right here?
So this one is When Black Girls Dream Big. I love this story. I think it's not just for young girls, but I think it's for anyone or for any woman. It's definitely a book that's filled with a lot of affirmations as we explore all of these different influential Black women figures, from Katherine Johnson to Mae Jemison. There's Angela Bassett in there. We have Michelle Obama. So I definitely think this is something that you want to have in your library, just to have to empower people.
And this is more of a picture book for the little ones. We got about a minute left. You have 2 more titles. This one, Go With the Flow, is a young adult title.
Yes, Go With the Flow is a young adult title. So Sasha has an accident on her first day of school as a new student. She has her period. She has it in white pants. In sweeps in this friend group of Britt, Abby, and Christine, and they help her because they have an emergency pad. But when Abby sees that there's not any female products in the library, not the library, in the bathrooms, she really wants there to be female products available. I really like this book because I feel like it's important to talk about period because that's something that's
it's a real life thing.
Absolutely. And last, Blue Stars,
And Blue
Mission
Stars.
1, the vice principal.
And this is also, again, 2 cousins, Maya and Riley. They're kind of fighting against their vice principal, who is trying to cut their budget for the arts, after school clubs, the library. And so they're trying to rise against him so that those things aren't taken away, which I think is very empowering and showing children that, like, you can speak up at any age.
Absolutely.
There you go. Jasmine Washington, thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah,
it's
thank
great to see you.
you.
And by the way, she is in school for her master's degree as well. So she is very, very busy. It's great to see you. Hey, by the way, all these books are available at your local library. And for more recommendations and to connect with Jasmine, we have shared a link on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
All right. Thanks again, Justin.